Caribbean. Thank you very much.
I thank the Speaker of Nicaragua. I now give the floor to the Speaker of Israel, followed by Ukraine and Peru.
Madam President, yesterday this hall witnessed an unacceptable display of disrespect when the Cuban delegation attempted to silence the United States during its statement. The blatant abuse of a point of order was a clear affront to the dignity and procedures of this institution. It is very unfortunate, though not surprising, to see such misuse of procedural rules in an attempt to undermine the core values of the United Nations, including freedom of speech. Thank you.
I thank the Speaker of of Israel. I now give the floor to the Speaker of Ukraine, followed by Peru and Romania.
Madam President, Ukraine voted against the draft resolution L.6. This decision reflects our growing concern over Cuba's involvement in Russia's war of aggression against Ukraine. Let me be clear, this vote is not against the Cuban people. On the contrary, we deeply value the Cuban nation, and we respect its right to live in prosperity. For many decades, Ukrainians and Cubans have been connected by genuine human bonds. Our vote is against the inaction of Cuba's government in the face of recruitment of its citizens into Russia's military, which brings death and devastation to Ukraine. There is no secret that since 2022, to sustain its aggression, Russia has been actively recruiting foreign citizens to fight in its ongoing war against Ukraine. Among them, nationals of the Republic of Cuba constitute the largest group of mercenaries serving in the Russian army. I repeat, the largest group. Our defense forces have taken numerous Cuban nationals as prisoners of war, fighting alongside Russian troops. At least several thousand Cuban citizens have signed contracts joining the ranks of soldiers directly engaged in combat operations on Ukrainian soil. This massive recruitment is not a matter of isolated Cuban individuals acting on their own. No, it's a systematic practice involving illicit networks that operate openly with the knowledge and, we must conclude, with tacit condemnation of the authorities in Havana. Madam President, Cuban citizens are drawn into Russia's war through deception, financial incentives, or ideological motives rooted in Moscow's narrative of the so-called historic brotherhood. Russia tries to justify these activities by portraying its military invasion as an alleged anti-colonial struggle. In fact, the recruitment of mercenaries to wage an aggressive war is yet another manifestation of Russia's neo-colonial and imperial policy, exploiting both foreign citizens and its own indigenous minority peoples as cannon fodder. There is no justification for such legal actions.